Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I am Denman and I appreciate you joining me. Today we're doing an update video on the leaderboard for Mutants versus Zombies. We're going to jump in here and take a look at where we're sitting. As I discussed yesterday, there were a couple bundles that were refreshing daily. So I want to jump in, see where we're at, take a look and see what refreshed. See if that Daredevil Diamond Orb became available and kind of go from there. As I told you yesterday, we're going to do this together so that we can keep track of exactly what we're looking at and how we finish. So first thing we're going to do is jump in here. Let's see where we're sitting after yesterday. The only additional points that I got yesterday after the video were from using some power cores for some refreshes. I hoard energy, ISO 8 energy as well, and you're going to get some points from that daily. Let's kind of see where we're sitting now. So, of course, we'll get more points from the war when the war starts later on today. We still got availability for one more of the Diamond Orbs for Daredevil. I did blitz. I didn't even realize I did. I blitzed with Daredevil Modern yesterday. So I did grab those points. Of course, the points for Silver Sable we'll get together on Thursday whenever we grab her and take her up to 7 red. Also, we're going to be gathering quite a bit more X coins. So we'll still kind of creep up in the leaderboard with the everyday play. But of course, that's not going to be enough to keep us in the top 50. So right now, we are in 80. I think yesterday when we finished the video, I think we were in 56 or 57. So we're going to jump over to the store, see what's available, see if there's anything in there that makes sense to go ahead and grab today, and then we'll see where it puts us if there is. So let's scroll down. I would assume they're going to be updating another opportunity to grab the Daredevil orb, because yesterday you could only grab one. All right, I am currently not seeing any of that. Of course, we're down to the same bundles. If you didn't catch the video yesterday, I'm going to go over this real quickly in case this is the first time that you're seeing this, because I want to give you guys always the best bang for your buck. If you are a spender, there's very few of us that have unlimited budgets. So making sure that you're grabbing the best amount of points for the least amount of money is always the best route to go. And some of these can be misleading. So, when I first started, I immediately went to the most expensive package, thinking, hey, this one's $100. Certainly, it's got to be the best value. I'm going to tell you, it's never, ever the best value. It's never the best value. You don't get the mass amount of points for the money because they're always adding additional things in here that you don't need. If you're at a point where you're spending to increase your ranking high on a leaderboard, the chances are there's no circumstance where you don't have all of this material that you need. It's always down in the lower sections. $10 to $30 is 90% where your best bang for your buck is going to be. And if you weren't here yesterday, this is it right here. You look at the $100 package, you're getting 80,000 event points. This down here, you're getting 8,000 points, and you're getting 10,000 of the X-Coin orbs. So with that, you get 2 points per fragment. So you're getting 28,000 points for $20. That's 140,000 points for $100. So you're getting 60,000 more points, and you're getting all of the X coins that you're going to need for Gear 20. So this right here is an absolute no-brainer if you are spending for this event. So like we did yesterday, we're going to go ahead and grab all 5 of these. It looks like they're going to be refreshing this daily. I'm hoping that we don't have to buy it every single day in order to stay in the top 50. But I gave you my word at the beginning. We're going to stay in the top 50. So if that's what we end up having to do, that's what we end up having to do. All right, I grabbed one of those on accident because I thought there was one left of that. So with that being said, today we spent $110. Yesterday we spent $115. So we're currently sitting at $235. And we're going to jump back over to the game, grab these, and see where we're sitting. So let's jump out here, go to our inbox. Boy, they definitely like pop-ups. So let's grab all of these. So we got 54,000 of those orbs. Now, one other thing to note, if you weren't here yesterday, we're going to go into this. I don't want you guys to have any confusion about where your points are going. So you'll see we just essentially got 152,000 points. Well, as you can see, all of our points aren't there. You have to open the orbs before you access all of your points. So we're going to jump over and grab our orbs, see how many of these X coins we get. So right now we're sitting at 1.18 mil, and we're going to jump in here and see how lucky we get on these. Like I told you yesterday, I do not get lucky very often. So let's jump in here and grab these. I am going to have some other videos coming. I recorded the tower video yesterday for the Sword Battle Lab, and man, it was catastrophic. I lost on 2 floors and got pushed back down, so I'm going to be finalizing that video up today and integrating all of that, so be watching for that video to come out. Kind of one of the things that I was discussing with my alliance leader last night, shout out to Diablo, I do have an in-game roster for being a newer player of 6 to 7 months. But in this event on the Battle Lab, it really shows if you're a newer player, because you don't have all of the older teams to help you get through the early floors. So in my case, I do have a lot of extremely built up recent teams, excuse me, but I do not have all of the previous teams. So I'm in a position where I'm stuck using more of my higher end tunes earlier on in the tower, and finishing the tower in 2 days just wasn't on the list for me. Over time, of course, as we progress out, it'll get easier each time because I'll move farther and farther away from having those earlier teams that I grabbed. But it's definitely a challenge. It's fun. I definitely love seeing something in the game to be challenging at this point in time. All right, so now we're up to 2.3 million. Now let's jump back into our milestone and see where we're at. So we are now setting at 30. So for a recap, we are in $235 and we have moved up to 30. The question is, how many more days are we going to have to buy those packages in order to stay in the top 50? It seemed like yesterday we moved down 30 levels. I could most definitely see that happening. I always like to see kind of where the spread is. So we're at 418,000 at 30. Where's 50? So 50 is roughly 100,000 back. I will be surprised if we're still in the top 50 tomorrow. So we may be visiting again tomorrow to kind of get an idea of where we're at. We did finish up the milestone here. I'll take all of the X coins. So at the end of day 2 of spending, we're in $235. We're setting in 30th. Hopefully I'll get some leeway and won't have to buy those every day this week. But be watching for my other videos. Tomorrow, Silver Sable comes out. I will be doing a video on grabbing her, utilizing her at her different star levels, so we can get an idea of where she's going to scale. And we're also going to go over the upgrade to the Vigilante kits tomorrow as well. I don't want to make a separate video on that. I figure since we're going to be doing that tomorrow, we'll go ahead and cover that then as well. Most of you are probably have already going to see it, but we'll touch base on it tomorrow in the event that you didn't. With that, I appreciate you guys watching. As in every other YouTube video, you know the drill. If you enjoyed this content, if you find anything in here helpful, if you could share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, all that good stuff. And most of all, stay positive, enjoy the game, and I hope you guys have an awesome rest of the day.